You know guys, one thing that really grinds the Scadmaster's gears in real life, but especially in online gaming, are cheaters and liars, manipulators, people who do things unethically, illegitimately as well. Shout out to the reverse boosters out there, we know, Scadmaster had to lay the pipe on your forehead, but guys, cheating in online gaming has it's gone a little bit too far. Now, ever since this has ever been a thing, you could always look at a cheater in an online video game and just say, you know what, fuck you, you no-life virgin loser nerd. And, it might ruin your experience for a little bit, but you'll get over it, you keep it moving. But there's levels to everything, guys, and unfortunately, we saw a very, very extreme case of cheating going way too far in a little bit of a more serious scenario where cheating is not only ruining an experience, but an entire tournament, a legitimate tournament. And although this is a Call of Duty channel, guys, we do cover all aspects of gaming in a sense, when I talk about the injustices behind Activision and all of this unethical shit. And cheating is something that pisses me off personally, so even though this is a COD channel, we're gonna have to show a little bit of love to the people over on Apex because they were horribly affected by cheaters today in an online tournament environment where there's money on the line, there's serious stakes, careers are on the fucking line, and cheating has just unfortunately seeped its way into something as serious as this. And before I go any further, let me just say, if you enjoy this video or if you find it informative, be sure to leave a like for the Scadmaster, subscribe if you're new. We're heading towards 25,000 subscribers, let's try to shoot for that. And yeah, like I said, even though this is a COD related channel and we're talking about Apex Legends specifically, this also ties into Call of Duty because let's not act like Ricochet, our anti-cheat, is any good. We'll talk about that very soon, but listen up guys, this comes out from Doug Dimmadome Warzone. He comes out saying Apex Legends pro player Genburton, I don't know, just had his account hacked in the middle of an ALGS game. The hacker gave him the ability to see everyone else on the map. If this starts happening in other games, then online competitive gaming might be cooked. And well, the shit show doesn't stop there guys. He comes back and says, the hackers have now given 2 Apex Legend Pro players cheats in the middle of an ALGS match. Imperial Hal has also been hacked, and the hacker forcibly enabled aimbot on his account mid-game. Have never seen something like this in esports. Now, before I go any further, I mentioned this was an online tournament environment. I don't know if this was a league match or a tournament match. I'm not too sure, honestly. I don't really keep up with Apex Legends, but that doesn't really discount anything in the video or any of this information. It's still fucking shit, okay? First of all. Secondly, I have no idea how something like this is even possible. Like, I know if you go back to the really old Call of Duty games, you join up in any given lobby, somebody's probably hacking and cheating and giving you hacks, but those are games from like 2010 and less. If your game harbors any sort of league and online competition, LAN competition, tournament structures and all this, I feel like having an anti-cheat is extremely important. And I just don't know how something like this slips through the cracks and somebody is theoretically able to give you hacks in the middle of your game. Look guys, I'm the Scadmaster, not the Nerd Master or the Virgin Master, so I have no idea how something like this even happens. But the point still stands. What the flying fuck is going on? And does this have anything to do with the publishers behind EA? And with us, it's Activision? Is it the game itself? Is it online gaming in general? Is it the fact that this is on PC? I mean, there's just a bunch of questions, and this entire shitstorm is just off of the back of a fucking cheater and hacker. So you can see how impactful this becomes. Now, this also comes out from Doug Dimmadome Warzone. He says, online competitive gaming needs to go back to console only. The cheating has gone way too far. Now, from my perspective, as somebody who is super heavily invested in the CDL, the Call of Duty League, they're primarily on PC, and we experience a lot of cheaters here on Call of Duty on a fucking daily basis. So I'm actually somebody who's for something like this. I think anything competition related probably should go back to console only. Unless it's like strictly a PC game. Because we just see this time and time again. There's softwares that you can install onto your PC. And I'm not saying there's no cheaters on console, and as a matter of fact, a few people have pointed this out to me, but when you consider like Cronus Zen, there might even be more cheaters on console than there are on PCs. But this is the thing, is that you can have a Cronus on any fucking type of controller, even if you're on PC, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't really discount the fact between its PC versus console. And the fact of the matter is, on PC, you have so much more access to downloading softwares, hiding it even better, and some way, somehow, pulling off some weird shit like this. So when it comes to console versus PC, at least when it comes to cheating and softwares and accessibility, I think if we're talking about strictly competition and competitive nature, I think PC absolutely needs to fucking go. That's just my opinion. Regardless, even if it weren't this case, fuck you if you're a cheater. If you're cheating in online video games at all, point blank period, you're a fucking virgin. But guys, this is actually even more serious than just tampering with an online match or online tournament. I mean, you start talking about the implications with cheating and something like this, it just gets into a whole different layer of bullshit. This comes out from the anti-cheat police department. They say, PSA, there's currently an RCE exploit being abused in Apex Legends. It is unsure whether it comes from the game or the actual anti-cheat. I would advise against playing any games protected by EAC or any EA titles once they have fixed this or can comment. Currently, the RCE is being abused to inject cheats into streamers' machines, which means they have the capabilities to do whatever, like installing ransomware software, locking up your entire PC. They go on to say, attention to all players who participated in the ALGS tournament. I strongly recommend that you take immediate measures to protect your personal information. It is advisable that you change your Discord passwords and ensure that your emails are all secure. Also enable MFA for all your accounts if you have not done it yet. Perform a clean OS reinstall as soon as possible. Do not take any chances with your personal information. Your PC may have been exposed to a rootkit or any other malicious software that could cause further damage. Obviously, when we start talking about personal information, this is really where it starts to separate from just, oh, you messed up my gaming experience, now I'm mad. No, now we start talking about safety issues, privacy issues. We start talking about the possibility of DDoSing and swatting, and now we're talking about personal safety issues. Guys, this is a clear-cut example of online cheating going way too fucking far. And like I said, this is happening in Apex, which is also a AAA title under another AAA publishing company like EA. And so this type of shit is really concerning because they should have this type of shit figured out. For the amount of money that they got going on, you know, we always talk about Activision and Call of Duty. Well, what the fuck about EA? They definitely have their fair share of controversies and other shit like this. And once we start talking about, you know, all of these other potential concerns like your personal information and even safety, I don't even think those previous questions even matter. I think at that point, you just gotta chalk everything. Like, I would not play Apex for the foreseeable future. I would not play any EA title for the foreseeable future until they say something about it. And who knows if they're even going to say something about it. Now, this could have been a league match or, you know, their own tournament. I think regardless, their league is going to address this. And just right off the bat, I mean, that's already more communication than over here on fucking Ricochet with Call of Duty and Activision. You know, I can already see a bunch of gooch lickers all over the internet saying, oh, well, you know, this might make Call of Duty look good. You know, people want to start praising Call of Duty against Apex. Like, this also comes out from Doug. He says, Apex Legends out here making Call of Duty's anti-cheat look good. What the fuck is happening? No, we're not doing this. This narrative that people are going to inevitably create, it just needs to be stomped on immediately. No, this does not make Ricochet look good. This does not make Call of Duty look good. Ricochet is literally fucking horse dick. You know, while Apex is having this issue on their online competitive environment, let's not act like Call of Duty and Ricochet are a bunch of fucking saints, alright? Like, every couple of months they're tweeting out, oh, we banned 26,000 accounts. Well, okay, if you're banning that many accounts that often, how the fuck are there still people cheating? It's because your shit doesn't work. What's the point in banning somebody if they could just come back like it's nothing? What's the point in trolling all of these cheaters? Oh, they can't deploy their parachute when they deploy. Bro, I don't give a fuck. Get them out the lobby. Ban them. IP ban them. Hardware ban them. If it's something going on in a tournament environment affecting a full-ass league, affecting money and possible careers, have them arrested. And this also happens in Call of Duty. Don't act like we're some fucking saints. Absolutely not, no. I think just in general, cheating in any sort of video game at all makes you a fat virgin. You know, I'd like to see one of these hackers or cheaters come for the Scat Master. They'd catch this fucking 12 gauge to the stomach. Then I'm piping your lifeless body the way I did to all these fucking reverse boosters on COD. Anyways, that's besides the point. Guys, cheating in video games point blank period, it's just unacceptable. And once it comes to these types of lengths, something needs to be done. I think EA needs to absolutely come out with a statement about this. I think the ALGS League or whatever it is, I think they need to come out with a statement. I think whatever anti-cheat company that's behind Apex Legends, they need to come out with a statement as well. Because once you come this far to the point where you're installing cheats on somebody's behalf in the middle of their game, I think there's something fucking crazy about that, okay? There's no reason these pro players need to come around saying, I'm cheating, I'm cheating, I'm cheating. You know, whatever that clip was. No, all right? And they're getting mad at each other. Leave the game, leave the game. Okay, we don't need that type of shit in an online competitive environment. And at the end of the day, I think all of this is absolutely avoidable. You know, it's a AAA game with AAA developers, AAA publishing company, should have the best fucking technology and resources available to create the best anti-cheat possible with all the money they're making. This is just entirely unacceptable. And yes, if you're a cheater, you're a fucking virgin loser, you still need to look at these companies behind these games. How is this even possible? And I understand that there's always advancements in technology and all these nerd-ass cheaters are gonna find something new to do. Regardless, companies like EA, companies like Activision, for the amount of money that these motherfuckers have, this type of stuff should not be happening on any level whatsoever. And I'm not saying they need to be picture perfect. This type of shit should literally never happen. And even though I don't even play Apex Legends, you know, I feel for these people. I thought it was funny, I'm not gonna lie, I laughed a bit, but I still feel bad for them. So at the end of the day, this is where I think things should go. First things first, until any of these deadbeat publishing companies can figure out their fucking anti-cheat and actually put their money where their mouth is instead of saving all their money like a bunch of greedy corporate fucks, I think anything competitive related in gaming needs to go back to console unless it's a PC exclusive game. Furthermore, I think these publishing companies really need to start clamping down on their anti-cheat. Anti-cheat companies, you're clearly getting paid to create the best shit possible, or at least you should be. You should not be having any sort of issue like the ones you see today in Apex Legends and all we've seen since the fucking Warzone era ever started in COD. Just the ridiculous amount of cheaters alone is unacceptable. Not even what they're doing, it's just for the amount of them that there are and how easy it is to obtain. Something needs to be done further in the back end. All right, I have no idea how anti-cheat works. Okay, I have no idea how the technology works. I have no idea how difficult it is to implement and create. Because listen, I'm just a COD casual that makes YouTube videos. Obviously, I don't know shit about shit. But you wanna know one thing? The people that do work for these companies, they do know shit about shit. That's what you get paid for. That's what you study for and go to school for, get your fucking degrees for. So while you can make the comments that, you know what, Fooly, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Guess what? Somebody does know what the fuck they're talking about, and they're not doing their job correctly. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. All in all, I personally think these anti-cheats are literally fucking worthless if they're not capable of protecting anything like this, alright? These are literally your pro players. If you can't even protect them, what makes you think they're protecting casual players, alright? It's an entire compromise to everybody's fucking safety and information, whether or not you're a pro player or a casual. So regardless, you should be concerned about this, and if there's that much concern from your entire community, you as a developer, as a publishing company, and the people behind your anti-cheat, all of you not only should be held accountable, but you should also be looking internally on how the fuck to improve and actually use the money that you generate as a greedy ass corporate company piece of dog shit. Activision and EA, both of you guys, fuck you and eat my scat from the motherfucking back. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. If we had a national annual purge, what would you do to an online cheater? I just want to know, or a cheater in general. let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos, and yeah guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.